Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, bringing you a grand solar minimum update on Monday, July 9th, 10:03 p.m. Mountain Time 2018. What you're looking at are the central Greenland temperatures the last 4,000 years on planet Earth. And you can clearly see 4 points on this graph. These are the bond cycles. You could clearly see them descending, which represents central Greenland temperature has been dropping for thousands of years. The peak was in the Minoan Warm, and the empire collapsed. Another peak in the Roman Warm, and the empire collapsed. Another peak in the medieval Warm, and it collapsed into the mini ice age and the Maunder minimum. You were born during the modern Warm, and you're going to live through the next bond cycle, the next collapse of this empire. But this drop-off you're on currently, you are here, is unlike any of the past 4. Here's the Minoan spike, the Roman spike, the medieval Warm spike, our modern spike, and this black line represents where we are now. This is the Heinrich event line. This line represents a major transition in the Great Year, the middle of the Great Year, the cosmic catastrophe. What do I mean by that? If you guys know about Randall Carlson and Sacred Geometry International, they produce this graph. It's a graph of the Great Year. And what is overlain in the green dots are geologic events, catastrophic in nature, that we have deciphered from the Greenland ice cores and the Antarctic cores and other proxy data from around the world. If we start here on this line here on the Iron Cross of the Great Year, 26,000 years ago was the onset of the late Wisconsinian Ice Age, the most major glacial period on Earth, which lasted 13,000 years until here. 13,000 years ago, boom, the onset of the Younger Dryas climate catastrophe. And now we've been on Earth for 13,000 more years, and we're back here on the line. This line is where you are today. It's not just a grand solar minimum. It is the onset of the next ice age, which is a sea level fall surface called a Heinrich event, or the Greenland Blitz, which has been repeated time immemorial according to the most recent proxy data and geologic evidence. Again, look at the cosmic catastrophes lining up here on the other flexure point. Welcome to the next ice age. Large nighttime dust storm sweeps through Arizona. A large monsoon storm north of Tucson created a massive dust storm during the evening of July 8th, leaving 21,000 homes and businesses without power. What a difference a half an hour makes. Not for broadcast. Well, we better not look, shouldn't we? Let's get to the Weather Ready Nation map. National Weather Service. Monsoon pattern in the southwest. We got drenched today. A little over 1/4 of an inch. I just checked the gauges, which is good news. The monsoon is picking up. It started as a spattering yesterday. Today it's really picking up, and it looks like rain is in the forecast for 80% of the days moving forward here, which is going to quench these fires in our region, but that doesn't bode well for the Northwest. The risk for heavy rainfall, localized flash flooding from elevated monsoon moisture will continue for the Southwest and Four Corners region through Wednesday. Now, these storms today came up through New Mexico. I could see them over the ridge here. So they got a drenching in northern New Mexico as well. And the sandstorm down here is wreaking havoc in the Phoenix area. And they are under thunderstorm watches and warnings and threats as well. Severe storms will be possible through the northern plains and upper Midwest over the next 2 days. Tropical entity Chris. Tropical entity. Tyler, are you listening? Tropical entity Chris is hovering over North Carolina and will bring dangerous rip currents and swells and will be a major concern along the coast in the next few days. Heads up. Extreme Alaska, America's northernmost town, has the most snow in July in 55 years as southern Alaska breaks heat records. Whew, that sounds like the grand solar minimum to me. And we can confirm this. This is coming from one of our subscribers up in Prudhoe Bay. He's been there his whole life. He's never seen snow in July. And sure enough, he went to work and it was snowing the other day. Heads up. This is the onset of the next glacial period, and we're going to show you some more evidence coming up real quick if you bear with us. Wildfire started by lightning in northern Wyoming. That's lightning. Apparently it started a wildfire. Worland, Wyoming. 2 smaller lightning-caused fires burned together northeast of here on Sunday night. By Monday had grown to 10 to 14,000 acres. The Terek fires burning in sage and grass in Washakie County, north of Highway 16 and south of Highway 31. Heads up. That's all. Not all the lightning we'll be talking about. This coming out today, plane struck by lightning while in air. There was quite a lot of turbulence. Yeah, I think so. Lightning zaps Queensland. It's true, kids. An Air New Zealand flight returning to Wellington Airport on Monday after it was struck by lightning shortly after departure. We're talking flight 8894, and that's today's first electrical boom. We don't even have the boom up. What kind of planet is this where you can't even get the boom? Oh, isn't that a nice boom? It's a boom sickle. Flight New Zealand 8894 took off at 3:20 p.m. and then boom. And then it landed. Hella flight. Let's talk about more lightning. Possible electrocution. Lightning strikes South Carolina beach, sending adults child to hospital. Cops say. What do those pigs know? 3 people, including a child, were hospitalized after lightning struck South Carolina beach. And police responded to a call for possible electrocution. Now, thankfully, they weren't black or they would have been shot dead. A man and a woman were in the water during a thunderstorm and were struck by lightning. Isle of Palms Fire Chief Ann Graham said, according to postandcourier.com. Before she was rushed to the hospital, the woman was in cardiac arrest and had to be pulled from the water, according to Live 5 News. Whew, that's not all. It's a miracle. Girlfriend saves man's life following a lightning strike. These are a young couple and smart. They watch a channel. They must. Now, a teenager is recovering in the hospital after he was hit by lightning Saturday at Boulder County Campground, which is in Colorado, where cool people live. Authorities said the teen's girlfriend may have saved his life. The lightning struck the boy in the neck. You got to read this story. It hit him in the neck. Luckily, his girlfriend was there, moved him to swift action, started resuscitation efforts, and began CPR. We talked about this on the show, how to survive a lightning strike. You tuck down, put your elbows on your knees, put your head under your hands. Go back and look for that. Now, she began CPR and resuscitated his heart. Your heart typically stops in a lightning strike, and all you got to do is kickstart it, punch him in the chest, do a little puff of air, boom, started right back up, and that's what she did. Now, the victim's mother spoke with CBS 4 Sunday saying it's a miracle, which is a double entendre. She went on to praise her son's girlfriend. She's strong, brave, and smart, and that's a heads up and a boom to that chick, who should be everyone's girlfriend, and that's a boomsicle to the girl who saved the guy's life who got struck by lightning in the neck. Yes, today is a great day to learn something new. Resuscitate your boyfriend when he's dead. Heads up! It is a miracle. Lightning striking everywhere, hitting people, stopping hearts. And take a look. This is the Google News search. Plane struck by lightning. We talked about it. It's a miracle. Girlfriend saves man's life. We talked about it. What is a bolt from the blue lightning? We didn't talk about that. Threat of lightning increases in July, according to the National Weather Service. Lightning strike ignites gas line, sets Wyoming, Colorado home on fire. Atmosphere and lightning. Subcontractor working on power line nearly gets struck by lightning today. Weather may be to blame for multiple fires allegedly started by lightning, officials say yesterday. Lightning storm brings wildfire dangers to Mount Charleston 3 hours ago. And on and on. Lightning might even add nitrogen to the soil. So these are all good things heading into the future, because as cosmic ray flux increases, lightning is going to be off the charts. We've been telling you this for a year, and we're witnessing it now, and the uptick is real. People are dying, and young girlfriends are saving people's lives. Now, I have the full text of this. Searching for the 27-day solar rotation cycle in lightning events recorded in old diaries from Kyoto from the 17th and 18th centuries, which is perfect for our research because this is during the Maunder minimum. Now, this is amazing. The full text is available, and I just had it, but apparently it's gone. So let's try to go back and see if we can get it. I'm going to leave you links to the full text below because I wanted to show you a graph with the amazing correlation with cosmic ray flux. Okay, we're not going to have it here. I can quickly show you some of the figures here. Bear with me. Look at the infinity, man. That's awesome. Well, we're not going to do it. It's not going to do it. I'll leave you links. You check out the full paper yourself. It shows an extreme correlation to solar minimum and lightning strikes. And what that means for us is that in the next 2 years, these deaths and fires are going to increase due to electricity. It has nothing to do with weapons of mass destruction. It has everything to do with the sun shutting down, cosmic rays increasing, and lightning increasing tenfold. Now, extremely dangerous Typhoon Maria is headed towards Ryukyu Islands, Taiwan and China. Here is the path. It's going to be just north of Taiwan here tomorrow afternoon. Now, what does that mean for you? It means it's going to be devastating for the people in that area as far as rain, atmospheric compression, and flooding. But it also means there is a major earthquake potential in that region. And why is there a major earthquake potential in that region? Because there is an earth spot called the low pressure system, a tropical storm, whatever you want to call it, that's about to go over this part, this major fault zone here in the Ring of Fire. And we've had recent blot echo activity down at 252.6 kilometers here, this 4.8 on the Northern Marianas in the last 24 hours. There has also been blot echo activity in this region. What that means is that this area is ripe for a major quake, which I'm now predicting in the next 24 hours, 6 to 7 magnitude in this zone right here I'm circling, as that low pressure system moves across this region. Keep your eye on the prize. We're almost there. And everything is slowed down. I'm about to buy a new computer. As soon as Google pays me my next payment on the 21st, we're out there. And that's a boom. We're getting a new computer, so we're going to do all new things because we're going to have some extra power. South Africa weather, snow set to fall in 3 provinces this week. The South African weather forecast looks set to bring more snow with it again this week after a recent flurry captured imaginations across the country. More snowfall for the 12th July in Cape Town. Heads up. Looking for a major quake in Taiwan. As predicted, another explosion at Kilauea just hours after I put the update up today and predicted a 5.3 or 4, and here was a 5.3 explosion. So we're still, there is no, we did have a 5.0 in Talkeetna earlier, followed by a quick quake down here at 3.4 just moments after it, totally associated. And those are the only quakes of note, except the one about to happen north of Taiwan in the next 13 hours. I hate it when we're right, because that means catastrophe. Worldwide volcano news update. Dukono volcano, volcanic ash. We have Kataminsk in the Kamchatka Peninsula. Krakatoa, which was the last major volcano cooling event, which is now alive and threatening the world. Dukono, Agung, Reventador, Sakurajima, ... It keeps going as we witness the uptick in volcanic activity worldwide. Come check it out for yourself and get familiar how to use this site. Bright daylight meteor over Iowa and Illinois, U.S. A bright daylight meteor streaked across the sky over Iowa, Illinois. 1:40 UTC, July 9th. The event lasted 7 to 20 seconds, which at night would have made everyone shit their pants. Look at the sightings. Heads up. Come on, Popsicle Boom, do your magic. Mesmerizing map reveals record-breaking lies across the world as the Earth experiences most intense heats ever. Global warming alarmist Nick Humphrey has expressed concern over high temperatures over Siberia. Apparently he can't see the color blue. We're going to get to that. The Laptev Sea, eastern Siberia have received a true roasting, melting all the Arctic Ocean. We'll get to that complete lie in a second. And the ice serves as an insulator. Stops the flow of blip, 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 blip. These people are so full of shit. So here's the hottest ever here in the red. Notice they circle these red areas, burning up, but they fail to mention that most of the planet is blue, which is below normal. But apparently we're burning up because these small little red spots, 1, 2, 3, 4, exist. Look at these regions of blue. Look at these regions of blue all across these continents. These are below average temperatures. There is nothing hot or burning up about any of this. And let's get to the global ice nonsense. Here is the current melting on Greenland to this circle on the left. Here's the average over the last 30 years. So the average melting on Greenland over the last 30 years is epic on this date. But today, nope, not melting like it had been in the last 30 years. Those are facts. It's called science. Let's look at the sea ice in 2016, the sea ice in 2017, and the sea ice today. Now I'm showing you July 8th here, and we'll go to the 3rd. Now what I want you to watch is this black line. 16, 17, 18. Do you see it moving to the right? That is how an ice age begins. And this year, it happens to be the furthest to the right of any of the lines. 16, 17, 18. We're not losing ice. We're gaining ice at a rapid rate, at a multi-decadal rate, from the minimum to the maximum in 3 years. What will 2019 bring? Now look at the thickness of the ice this year versus last year. There is more thick ice in the Arctic Circle in the middle of the summer than either of these years. Is ice melting or gaining? There's a whole extra meter of ice over hundreds of square miles. Why isn't that being reported on? 16, 17, 18. Watch the black line move from left to right. 16, 17, 18. Someone is lying to you. Today is a great day to learn something new, guys. The government labels those who grow their own food as extremists. Join us in the club of extremists who are going to survive and thrive in the coming times because we use science, we use preparedness, and we use facts. And that is a really slow boom. Yep, there it is. Be safe, everybody. We love each and every one of you.